Hi everyone, I am Ray Gauthier. Welcome to this edition of Bible Break. If you're watching this on Truth and Testimony, the broadcast, or Life on the Road with Yeshua and Trucker Ray, welcome. Pleasure to have you here. I am concluding a two-part series, just 2 parts, on the story of Noah's Ark. And when I say story, I want to make it very clear that this is a true story. Whether some people will tell you that it's not true, the evidence is very, very clear. And there is talk that they did find the ark, that they drilled in, and they found on the mountains of Ararat, and they actually drilled into the gopher wood. It was gopher wood, and they actually found inside the ark dung, cow dung, animal dung. How on earth would that get in the side of a mountain? Just do your research online. Look on YouTube, do your research. You'll find that it is definitely a true story. And we also have the rainbow to prove that as well. So the last time I left you, Noah's family and the animals were in the ark. The water was making its way above the tallest peak, 22 feet above the tallest peak. And that's where we left you. And this is where we continue. All right, so let's open up with prayer. Dear Lord, thank you so much for this opportunity to read your word and this amazing true story. I pray, Lord, that we all learn something amazing here, how obedient Noah was to your instruction, and also that the evil on the earth at one time was terrible. And yes, Lord, you did say in the last days it would be like the days of Noah. Please protect us and keep us safe and keep our hearts close to you. In Yeshua's name, amen. All right, friends, so let's continue off here. Again, the earth was covered with water. We're going to pick it up at verse 20. We already said that before. We're going to do it again. 15 cubits upward, and the waters prevailed, and the mountains were covered. So 22 feet above the water. Above the tallest mountain is where the waters went. Verse 21, and all the flesh died that moved upon the earth, both of fowl and of cattle, and of beast, and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, and every man. Everything died. All in whose nostrils was the breath of life, of all that was in the dry land died, and every living substance was destroyed which was upon the face of the ground, both man and cattle and creeping things, and the fowl of the heaven. And they were destroyed from the earth, and Noah only remained alive, and they that were with him in the ark. And the waters prevailed upon the earth 150 days. Roughly 5 months the waters were above the earth. Now we're into chapter 8. And Elohim remembered Noah and every living thing and all the cattle that was with him in the ark. And Elohim made a wind pass over the earth, and the waters assuaged. The fountains also of the deep and the windows of the heavens were stopped. So everything had stopped, everything had ceased. And the rain from heaven was restrained. And the waters returned off the earth continually. And after the end of the 150 days, the waters were abated. And the ark rested in the 7th month, on the 17th day of the month, upon the mountains of Ararat. And the waters decreased continually until the 10th month. In the 10th month, on the 1st day of the month, were the tops of the mountains seen. Oh, that must have been a relief. 5 months in a boat like that with all those animals. Probably didn't smell very good either. And it came to pass at the end of the 4 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. And he sent forth a raven which went forth to and fro until the waters were dried up from off the earth. Also he sent forth a dove from him to see if the waters were abated from off the face of the ground. But the dove found no rest for the sole of her foot. And she returned unto him into the ark, for the waters were on the face of the whole earth. And he put forth his hand and took her and pulled her in unto him into the ark. So he sent a dove out and could not find any place to rest. And he stayed yet another 7 days, and again he sent forth the dove out of the ark, and the dove came in to him in the evening, and lo, in her mouth was an olive leaf plucked off, so Noah knew that the waters were abated from off the heaven. That must have been a really nice sight. And he stayed yet another 7 days, and sent forth the dove, which returned not again unto him any more. So the dove said, I'm out of here. And it came to pass in 601st year, in the first month, the first day of the month, that the waters were dried up from off the earth, and Noah removed the covering of the ark. And look, and behold, the face of the ground was dry. Verse 13, and it came to pass in the 601st year, in the first month, the first day of the month, the waters were dried up from off the earth. And Noah removed the covering of the ark, and looked, and behold, the face of the ground was dry. And the second month, on the 7th and 20th day of the month, was the earth dried. And Elohim spake unto Noah, saying, Go forth of the ark, thou and thy wife and thy sons wives with thee. Bring forth with thee every living thing that is with thee, all the flesh, both fowl and the cattle, and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, and they may breed abundantly in the earth, and be fruitful and multiply upon the earth. Imagine being on the earth with all those men, all that living creatures and everything, all gone, and you're the only ones alive on the planet. Imagine that. And Noah went forth, and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives with him, every beast, every creeping thing, and every fowl, and whatsoever creepeth upon the earth, after their kind went forth out of the ark. Verse 20, and Noah built an altar. And this is where the pure animals come in. And unto Yahweh he took every clean beast of every clean kind fowl, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And Yahweh smelt a sweet savor. And Yahweh said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake, for the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth, neither will I again smite any more every living thing as I have done. Yeah. While the earth remaineth seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, the summer and the winter, and day and night shall not cease. So everything just went back to normal, but it was all new. Verse 9, and Elohim blessed Noah and his sons, and said, Unto them be fruitful, and multiply, and replenish the earth. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth, and every fowl of the air, upon all that moveth upon the earth, and upon all the fishes of the sea. Into your hand are they delivered. You will be master over every living thing on the earth, he's telling them. Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you. Excuse me. Even as the green herb have I given you all things. But flesh, and this is important, this part here, but flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood thereof, shall ye not eat. So, those of you that like a steak with blood in it, it's not good in God's sight. You're not supposed to eat anything with blood in it. Nothing. Nothing with life in it. If blood is still in the meat, there's still life in it, and you're not supposed to eat that. That is not kosher in God's eyes. And surely your blood of your lives will I require, at the hand of every beast will I require it, and at the hand of man. And so more or less, you eat meat with blood, you will lose your life, because it is a no-no. You're going against God's commandment. He said, don't do this. And at every man's brother will I require the life of a man. So if you kill another human being, death penalty. So the death penalty has been around a long time. Who sheddeth man's blood by man, shall it shall his blood be shed, for in the image of Elohim made man. You take a life, you lose yours. And be ye fruitful and multiply, bring forth abundantly in the earth and multiply therein. And Elohim spake unto Noah and to his sons with him, saying, And I, behold, I establish my covenant with you and with your seed after you, and with every living creature that is with you, of the fowl of the cattle, and every beast of the earth, with you from all that go out of the ark to every beast of the earth. And I will establish my covenant with you, neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of a flood, neither shall there any more be a flood to destroy the earth. He said he would never destroy the earth with a flood again. And Elohim said, This is the token of the covenant which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for perpetual generations. Never, ever again will he do this, he said. I do set my bow in the cloud, his rainbow, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. And again, this is not a symbol of a certain organization or a group of people. This is God's covenant. His rainbow is his promise that the earth will never be destroyed again by water. And it shall come to pass when I bring a cloud over the earth that the rainbow, the bow, shall be seen in the cloud, and I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh, and the waters shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. And the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between Elohim and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth. And there you have it, friends, the story of Noah's Ark. Amazing story, and the second half of this wasn't obviously as detailed. I didn't have to explain too much. It was very self-explanatory. But again, this is a true story. If you're new to Christianity and you really haven't gotten into your Bible and read it, you got to read it. It's amazing. This indeed is a amazing true story. And there's a lot of incredible history in the book of Genesis. Just Genesis alone. It's just amazing. So here you are, a story, a true story of a man who acted, who walked with God, who was obedient to God, who probably went through massive ridicule for 100 years or so while he was building this huge ark. And he probably evangelized and tried to share the gospel and tried to share with them what was coming, and nobody listened because every man's heart was full of evil. And the only ones that escaped this destruction of the entire planet by water was Noah, his 3 sons, and his wife and his 3 sons' wives, and 2 of every animal, and of course the 7 of clean beasts and fowls. And that's it. And everything started from scratch. And some might think, well, how on earth could they repopulate the entire planet? Well, think about it. 600, what did it say? 600 or I can't remember what they said the year was, but look, just get an idea of this. What was the population of the earth, say, back in the 1900s? I don't even know what the number is, but I do know now it's about 8 billion. So if you think about it in the 1900s, that's just a century. Say 2000 or 1924. Okay, 100 years. I don't know what the population of the earth was back then. I would like to assume it was probably closer to maybe 3 or 4 billion. Maybe not even that much. Now it's literally doubled in 100 years. Imagine how that, as it populates and populates more and more and more, yeah, so it is possible. If the earth was populated with Adam and Eve, it certainly can be populated when you have 3 sons and with their 3 wives. It didn't take them long. But of course, as we look after that in history, evil continues on the earth. Well, friends, I hope you enjoyed this mini-series on Noah's Ark, and I hope it blessed you. Until next time, whether it's myself or Adrian Scott at the helm, God bless you all in the name of Yeshua. Bye for now.